All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
And buckle up, ladies. You heard the man. It's showtime. What's up, everyone? Footer K, Rexy, and we are Copperhead Road Podcast live. All your streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, iHeartRadio, and many more. So what's up, Rexy?
I would like to offer anybody actually a free subscription to Footer's bi-monthly magazine he puts out, which is called Footer Weekly, which is strange because, again, the timing doesn't make sense. But if you can tell me where All Right, Ladies, Buckle Up, It's Showtime is from, you will get that subscription.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. And a little bonus, you'll get Rex's home address if you can tell me who the actor is that's saying it.
I'm not sure. Well, we didn't talk about this.
There's a little extra add on. I figured, add a little spice to the show. Little flair.
Well, all right, fine. All right, I'll go with it.
Okay.
Can we screen the guy who wins? Because I don't really.
Again, we're a very light vetting show. You know what I'm saying? We like to kind of like let the people be who they are.
So we're more Corvair than Corvette. Is that what you're saying?
I would like to say Chevy Cavalier more than Corvette. But Chevy nonetheless.
You're going Cavalier over Corvette. Is that what I'm understanding?
I'm just saying. I just want to say we're a little more lax. You know what I mean? A little less maintenance than the Corvette.
That's why I said Corvair, because it kind of went with Corvette.
Oh, okay.
See what I was doing there?
Yeah. Hold on. Do me a favor. To your right, reach down on the floor. I can see it. Yep, right there. Is that your funny bone? Put that on because we're going to need that for the show.
This is well, I'm not going to.
All right.
I'm not going to show people exactly what that was, but it wasn't a funny bone.
All right. Well,
it may tickle you.
Ooh. It's getting a little risky on the Copperhead Road podcast.
You mean risque?
Again, potato.
What do you say? I've never met anybody say potato.
No, because it's really, I put my own spin on it. Usually it's tomato.
Well, I think it's actually both on the song.
Really? There's a song?
Yes. Tomato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
All right. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week, folks. Who are we talking to?
All right. I'm back.
All
right. Thank God we're off the cuff and we don't write these things down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That would be embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
So our plan is today, we're going to float a little theory that Footer and I have been kind of talking about the past couple of days. What?
I don't like you throwing me involved with your theory. Again, you're going to take all the credit if it came true. I'm an innocent bystander here. I agree with you. I think your theory is very plausible.
All right. What part of we've been discussing a theory? What the hell problem do you have here?
Let's just talk about this more on the show, please.
Talk about what on the show? What are we talking about?
The theory.
All right. So, there's a lot of what I like to call consternation about the
have some prune juice. What the fuck's the matter with you? Give me a minute. All right, it's on. I'm sorry. I had to pick up my funny bone.
Okay. Sorry. About how the going theory of Tyler on the roof with a 30-06 would make a shot like that, and not a lot of devastation could happen, especially if it goes straight through the neck, right?
Yep, makes me nuts. My biggest thing, I can't. I told you, I'm almost okay with anything that anybody's gonna float. Right? I can
Yeah.
always be open minded to it, but the one thing that's fucking sticks in my fucking head, I can't get out of my head, is the 30-06, the bullet, and the lack of like again,
the lack
what?
of wapow.
Yeah, wapow. Yeah.
Right.
It really just comes down to there's too many people that are in the know and experts that say it's so rare and such an anomaly for the bullet that they're claiming to be used and the trajectory after it hits, the look of the wound, the size of the wound, all of those things. The only thing that like the truth, this is the dumbest thing. I think the only thing that everybody would be able to at least say is that he was dead pretty instant.
Yeah.
Because if you do see the shot, you do see that couple of like, bah, bah, like legitimately like just these, like somebody had a tube and shooting a couple of things of blood, but then it just stops because the heart stopped beating. You know what I'm saying? The blood stopped pumping. That carotid, what is it? Not the aorta, the carotid. How do you say it?
Go ahead and say it.
Carotid. No, not the. I don't think it was the jugular. It was the carotid artery.
Could be. And possibly even severed his spine.
Again, I'm just saying about knowing for a fact is the blood stopped shooting out, so means the heart had to stop. No,
right. And I would even argue that the entry hole is actually, in my opinion, a little bigger than it should be. Because typically your entry wounds are, as a hunter, a lot of times you have a hard time even finding the entry hole, because at that point the bullet is still, not much bigger than this pen cap,
right?
As it enters, and then it mushrooms out, and then the exit wound is usually pretty massive. So, I would say again, just visually, from the footage I've seen, that the entry hole is actually a little big. Looks like. Do you agree or?
Yeah, I do. It almost, the problem is I don't even know if it's the big part, the actual size, which I do agree, but it's more of how crisp it looked to me.
And
there
also,
was no, I feel like there was like, I feel like with a third, and again, I'm the layman, you're more of the professional when it comes to the more experienced when it comes to shots and guns, but
yeah.
I almost feel like a bullet of that size almost should have like took his fucking head off. Like any of the little ballistic things that I've seen, it not all the time, you know what I mean? But there were times where it hit and it really fucking, I mean, and they, the skin is very thin around the neck, which maybe would explain the lack of devastation on the surface, and maybe why so much inside, because maybe just went through like tracing paper.
As the entrance, it's not much. Matter of fact, this is probably a pretty good. This pen cap is about the size of a 30-06 delivery. You know what I mean? It's not much bigger than this. And then once it starts hitting stuff, it starts to mushroom out. It can fragment and go different places, and then that's when it causes destruction. But the original impact is usually fairly small. And to your point about the blood coming out, that hole has to be fairly large for the amount of blood that comes out of it.
Again, it was, what bigger than Nick. I say quarter, maybe the size of a quarter.
Yeah. So the entry hole seems to be larger than what you would expect the initial impact going in.
Well, I think it's a stretching of that skin too.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the neck.
Like again, if you hit a deer in the rib cage, there's not a lot of skin there. The entry holes are typically small. That's again, you know, there's anomalies and things like that as well. You know, I think that if you have sort of a predisposition of a scenario or something that's going on, you're going to kind of try to compartmentalize and fit things into your narrative, which is why, you know, if you take Candace, for example, you know, she's going Jew to the hole. That's just all there is to it. It's got to be Jew. So let me just put together all of this stuff. So, you know, Jew comes out on top. You know, and I, you know, that can be a plus and a minus if where you're going is actually the truth. You know, I think Candace is probably a little bit skewed on her idea that thinks that the Mossad is underneath, behind Charlie's death.
And
so,
she's never once though yet said Mossad, right?
No, but she's all but said the word that she thinks Israel is behind his death. Now she'll say, "I've never said Israel, but Israel planes and Benjamin Netanyahu and this, that, and the other." And it was probably a.
Did you find anything? Did you find anything more about the plane?
No, I didn't. I didn't do any research about it.
Okay. If anybody knows more about the plane that this Israeli plane that apparently left I think it must even a private airport. I'm not sure. Or left an airport within. I think that they maybe let's just use a half hour within a half hour of the shooting. And there was some conspiracy and some linkage, you know, to the timing of all that.
Yeah.
So, and then apparently, if I'm not now, I might be making shit up, and then maybe turn their radar off.
That was something I had also heard as well.
Okay, good. I was like, am I now I know how shit gets started. You know, I just have made up when they shut their radar off, and it's funny. They said there was a sign, there was a banner hanging from the back that said, "Thanks, Tyler." What?
Yeah.
They're
playing
weird.
Radar Love, and
yeah.
And I think even Kash Patel had said something about it that there was some back and forth on that Kash Patel had said that they asked to turn their radar off, but then there was also something saying that the area they were flying over, they didn't actually have you know, coverage to send the radar information back. Again, there was a lot of, but again, we'll try to get some more finite information on that.
Right.
But
yeah, and you're so much deeper in that. Okay, good. You're like, yeah, I don't know anything about it. Meanwhile, I'm filled in. It was great.
So again, I'm trying to not have, you know, things that we can't prove guide my theory. The facts, and I've said it thousands of times now, and if not thousands, maybe like 5 times, that the what we can pretty much determine is that a high-powered rifle was shot because of the sound that we heard. That a projectile hit Charlie in the front of the neck. That there was a man on top of the roof that ran off and jumped off the roof and fled. And again, to me, it's again, as far as the stuff that we can sort of prove, it does make the most sense right now that a high-powered rifle was shot from what is it called? The Josie building, something, whatever, doesn't matter. From the building
outside the amphitheater.
What's that?
A building outside the amphitheater.
There you go. So, you know, I'm trying to figure that out because as we've discussed, standard ballistics, a 30-06 wouldn't behave that way. And I did a little bit of geometry and figuring out, and I figured that the angle of the shot from the building is probably between 8 and 12 degrees, which is, I think, kind of the going narrative of what we've been told. Now, you know, depending on,
do you want to give us how you came up with these figures, or it doesn't really matter, or it's not interesting?
Sure. The Charlie's neck is about 4 feet from the ground.
So They said, I was gonna say it was 4 feet long. I'm like, wait, all right, this won't work. Where's Charlie? A fucking a fucking baby giraffe?
Right.
Good one.
And there was he was the chair itself was on the ground. There was no like stage up to underneath of the canopy. There's 5 tiers of the amphitheater before you get to level ground. Each tier, I believe, had 3 steps. So each tier would be 30 inches with a 10-inch riser. And then you go out to the building at say like 160 yards, and I believe that building is 6 stories tall. I don't actually have the figures in front of me, but I did sort of figure it out this morning. So you take, 160 yards, right angle up to 6 stories. You minus 2 foot 5 inches because of of his height, and you can kind of figure it out that the acute angle is about 8.12 inches if you figure it out. But again, there's a lot of variances, and depending on if there's a parapet to the building, which I don't know, and where he was aiming, and there's a lot of variance. So we'll say just to even get between 6 and 15 degrees or so, which is a very, very steep angle. Which again would put the bullet, fairly flat, on trajectory. Now, the higher you go, the more likely it is that it's going to go down into the chest cavity and not through the neck. So,
but remember, they're talking about it hitting. Your angle does work, because they are saying it when it hit the top of your spine there, whatever that was it the C2, whatever, it doesn't matter because
C2, C3, whatever
works, yeah. But when it hits the top, it does changes the trajectory a little bit.
Sure.
And that would explain for going down and hitting the lower part of his spine. You know what I mean? Again,
Right.
It would be a little hard to get that 90-degree angle, but I think so, I mean, do you think that does the 8, let's go from your, you gave a little 8 to 15. At 8, does it make more sense? Is it easier to get the narrative?
Yeah, I mean the shot in the neck is pretty low. So, in theory it could, go to the top of the scapula into the lower neck, upper back vertebra for sure. But that doesn't really, and again, and I do believe that by and large is what happened. It doesn't really account for the slowing down of the bullet, or the fact that the hole, like I said, seems a little bigger than a normal entry wound would be, because again, there's not like there's a lot of bone right at the entry point. So it didn't start to mushroom until probably it hit bone in the back and whatever, if the bullet was entering his neck clean. So I got to wondering, I'm like, at that angle, from that height, I wonder how. Oh, let me back up. That's the other thing is, we've sort of discussed that a normal shot would be taken at the head or at center mass. Again, aiming and variances can change a lot, but that's normally where you aim. So I'm like, all right, so if I was aiming at Charlie's head, and from a distance, and remember the canopy and Charlie's down low, you're up high in a building. What could possibly change the trajectory of the bullet to, number one, go lower and possibly cause the devastation down in the upper part of the chest, the lower part of the neck, and not have that massive exit wound that everybody's expecting, and a lot of them
slowing it down enough to get rid of the exit wound.
Yeah.
Bleeding from the back. Changing the trajectory of it as
Yep.
so before it enters his neck. Is that what we're saying, right?
Right. And saying, you know, changing it enough to where if you were aiming at the head, now you're dropping 6 inches and moving down to the neck.
What would you normally drop just in a normal shot like that? Fractions of a inch?
You mean as far as
just your natural drop in the shot? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it all depends because he said he had a pretty high dollar scope, and usually they have hash marks in the crosshairs themselves that sort of, you know, if you're at 100 yards, you use the dead crosshair, and then it has hash marks above and below to sort of calculate your drop.
And let me ask you this: is it fair to say, as a shooter, as a non-hunter here, and I've never been hunting, when I come up and hang with you, and if you took me hunting, what would, if you set me up for that same shot as a total amateur, what's the percentage I make the shot?
I mean, not knowing.
I know nothing but what you're telling me. Well, I do a little homework. I have 3 weeks to do maybe a little homework, but that's all. Just homework. I'm not going out there shooting.
I would say you'd probably have a pretty good shot on your first shot. Then you'd probably be a little wabi-sabi on the next half a dozen, and then you'd probably come back in to a reasonable area of shot after. And the reason I say that is because
helping me though. Okay.
Well, the reason
I'll tell you why when you're done.
Yeah, the reason I say that is because your first shot, it's very sort of matter of fact. You're looking through the scope, you see the crosshairs, you put the crosshairs on your shot, and you pull the trigger.
And I don't know what to expect, right? So
right, you don't have any sort of reservations, you know. But on the next couple of shots, you're going to be like, okay, well, I know after I pull the shot, I'm going to have a recoil. You know, I know about exactly where I pulled the trigger, where that recoil started to happen. So you're going to have kind of like a reactionary sort of a thing for the next half dozen, 10, 12, whatever shots that you take. Then you get used to it, and then you zone right back in, and you'll. Do
you ever feel bad?
Huh?
You ever feel bad?
Do I ever feel bad?
Yeah.
I guess. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I don't mean in general. I mean,
when I hunt?
No, just in your general fucking life. I talked to you about that after the show. I may ask you that same question, but no, on the show, about in context. Do you ever feel bad after you pull the trigger
at an animal?
Yeah.
Do I ever feel bad when I'm hunting? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
it's a dumb question. I mean,
no.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think about it? Because I know how you rationalize it. You know what I mean, which is fine.
I've never felt bad in the moment, I guess is a good way to say it. Like if I'm out in a stand and I see an animal and I shoot it, I don't feel bad in the moment.
Okay.
You know, there will be times like if I'm driving along and I see a doe and their fawns or whatever playing around or whatever, I might get like a.
And then you think about it, but then you think about it at that point.
Yeah,
or the last kill or something.
I don't really necessarily, but I could see a scenario where I'm like, gosh, I would really not want to shoot the mother of these fawns.
Yeah.
But I've never felt bad when I'm hunting or in the moment or cleaning after or whatever. That doesn't really cross my mind now.
Okay. I was just curious, you know.
But you can understand like where I'm talking about, you know, ballistics. I mean, you ever feel bad in general? Like psychopath?
That's you know, 7-year-old
question.
7-year-old boy foots comes out every once in a while.
No, I mean, you can necessarily. I mean, even like, you know, with fishing, you know, sometimes I've actually felt bad when I'm fishing because of like a bad hook or whatever, and you obviously have hurt the fish. You're not going to keep that. I've probably felt more bad about fishing than I have about hunting.
Really? See, I don't know. For me, that the fishing part would never bother me. I don't know why. It should.
Now you're a crab murderer.
Yeah, you're right. Some about yeah. You know what? No, I'm not. Again, I protected myself. I was being attacked, but
Come out in the trial.
Again, self-defense. So
that's what I would go with.
That's
what I would go with.
Yeah, and the glove won't fit because you can't get it over the stupid fucking claw, the fucking
hoof,
the seafood hoof, the hoof, the sea hoof. Yeah, the fishing part, like I'm a terrible fisherman. So like that poor fish, when I do catch him, I can't get the goddamn hook out. I'm fucking tearing his cheek apart. Thing looks like it just fucking.
Well, we'll see if Karen has something to say about this next week. I can see that already.
Yeah, she can eat her dick.
I don't know if she does or not.
Yeah,
so anyway, back to my point. So, I got to thinking, like, is there something that he may have hit prior to the entry? Now, people have talked about the top of the chest plate, if he was wearing one.
Can you stop for 1 second? Because I'm curious to know what you thought that quick before you go on. Is that for the chest plate thing, again, is one of those things that kind of fucked me up, because I've looked at it and went, he's definitely wearing a small chest plate, right? By the way his shirt is, I've had somebody commentating over what I'm looking at and making that decision in my head, and go on to talk about how there's no chest plate. You can clearly see there's no chest plate. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so just another example of, even when you're fucking looking at something, we spoke about it as far as the comments, when people hear something and they hear the same thing, but they have two, we're a shill or an anti-Semite, well, from the same thing we say. Well, it freaks me out that it's even with actually looking at something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you think he had a chest plate on? And is it official he did not? I thought it was official he did not, but I swear it looked like he did.
Again, I've heard both, and I agree with you. The way the shirt moves and things or whatever. I think it's plausible, but I've heard the same thing you have, that he was not.
How easy is it? I would think that would be very easy. The security guards, all these other people on their all his partners, everything, people that are involved, and people that were there have hosted the CPUSA. Since Charlie's been gone. So my point is, like, are we missing it, or is it, or are they not saying it? It's very simple. Either he was or he wasn't.
Right.
People have to know.
And that was even something that Candace had brought up. She said, I talked to the supplier that usually supplies Charlie with all of his armor equipment, and he didn't supply it but I'm like, isn't that kind of like a one and done thing? Like, here's your chest armor, we're done here. Like, the transaction's over. Like, how many fucking chest plates does a guy need? Obviously he needs more than what he had, but I supply him all the time. Well, again, it's not fucking milk. It's fine for a while.
And again, let's say they did switch out every day. I'm going to assume they maybe ordered a dozen at a time, dozen, or even a half. I mean, doesn't this guy have some sort of a fucking minimum? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to look. No, I do sell them. I'm not gonna lie. I do milk them for half dozen at a time. It's our price break. If he wants to buy 12, I have no problem giving a price break. But
buy them by the case. It's cheaper.
Yeah, but gross. Boom, knowledge.
Nice. How much?
Bottle rocket talk for me. That's how I remembered how. So I always knew what a gross was and shit in school. Bottle rockets. Boom.
I need a half a hogshead. There was a bunch of. Yeah, we should look that up one of these days too. The weird fucking measurements that they used to have for things. So anyway,
you know what? I'm gonna move 3 gopher peckers to the left, and then you fire.
So I started thinking about, I'm like, if you're up that high and you're down that low and Charlie's tall and things or whatever, is there something that could possibly be in the way that he might have actually hit or nicked? Or I said nick. I said nicked.
Oopsie daisy.
Thank you. And I got to start thinking about the TP USA canopy that he was sitting underneath. And I did a little
Why
bit
would
of
he sit on a can of peas, bro? That's ridiculous. There's chairs there. That's not gonna work. I'm not doing this dumb theory. And if anything, he's got money, bro. He would use fresh produce.
you're fucking you're fucking gonna sit here and defend Green Giant.
What are you, Big P?
You're in the fucking pocket of Big P. There's no doubt about it. So and I started drawing it out. And again, I mean, it's hard to tell because you don't have, there is no finite measurement of the floor of the amphitheater up to the level. If there's a hill that goes up to the building, if he's on a parapet. But I mean, it is reasonable to think that if he would have just barely even grazed that canopy support that goes across, it could have slowed down the bullet by 30%. It could have started the mushroom effect of the bullet a little bit. It could have fragmented at that point.
Too clean of a wound going in to fragment at that point.
Well, it depends on what hit.
You're talking. You're to me when you said that though. That part, I am now thinking about almost like a buckshot at that point. You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying that's what, to me, that's what I think the listener is gathering from that. So I think more plausible would be like a nick. Whoa, we get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, I'm just trying to lay out the possibilities of what could happen. I'm
poking holes in your canopy. That's all.
Well, then the canopy is not going to be any good. Hey, so again, my thought is if it's possible that bullet came in and just nicked the bottom of that support, just to turn it enough and to slow it down enough to enter his neck at a slightly larger size, or even started to wobble it a little bit, or
all right, pull me up a picture of the. Can you pull up a picture of the just the front of the picture of Charlie Kirk in front of the on any day. I don't give a fuck what day it is. Any TP USA video is fine. I just want to look at a roundabout of how he's placed. Is that even plausible? Because I'm thinking that depending on his position in the canopy, I'm thinking he's going to be too far forward within the canopy, where the angle would have to be from so high. You know what I mean?
It's from what I can gather, the canopy is 10 feet deep by 20 feet wide.
Okay. Yep.
It looks like he's about 2 feet from the back of the canopy where that drape comes down behind him.
Oh, see, now I looked at that being different. I saw that's why I asked if to see it, because I'm recalling him as being closer to the front of the canopy.
Yeah, that fourth one across. Yeah, that one. Yeah, because you remember that table was in front of him too, and then he was a little bit behind that table.
And I don't think it's that big, the canopy, but for argument's sake, we can go there. I just don't see it being so deep. The wideness I'm okay with, but even when I think about it, I just see it being a lot smaller. But we'll see it. We can get a
standard canopy is 10 by 10. Now it could be 10 by 10 if it's more square.
I would say 10 by 10 then, because again, I was
talking 20 wide, if anything. But again, I'm thinking it's 10 by 10.
But an easy way to calculate it is anywhere or around that is just by using his body. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, whoa, I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean? Just framing him, we can get more of a roundabout, Yeah. If he's 2 feet wide, are we getting 10 Charlies across? Or
so the table would be 2 feet. Then you've got, I don't know, 18 inches between him and the table. And then again, even if he was, even if he was like right in the center of the canopy, you're talking 5 feet from the edge, the outside to where he is. And then you drop him down. I forget how deep I said the amphitheater was, plus 6 stories tall of the building that the other guy is on.
Damn, that seems awful fucking down.
Right. And again, I was surprised that
if it is that far down, that would explain my only issue with your conspiracy. You know what I mean? I mean, with your theory, because again, I'm just weary on it clipping that some sort of the canopy, and then being able to. So again, but either way, you know what? It could work, but Jesus Christ, man, like that's some bad luck for Charlie, like because that's a shit shot. That's not going anywhere near the body at that point.
Yeah, we're still just like everybody else. We're waiting on some of the forensic things to show up.
We're talking
that picture
out together, and we're talking it out together. We're talking it on the live on the air. That's why we do a live show, and we do plenty of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can do shit like this live. You can be a part of it. If you don't like it, you fucking eat my ass. What do you want me to tell you?
No, we just wanted a picture of the canopy that you had brought up. That's all. So again, that's again a theory that would sort of make sense to me. It would, to me, it would sort of bring into line ballistics that would make it a little bit more plausible. The entry wound being a little bit bigger than I would expect to see. If you want to pick that second one over, that'll work. And the fact that, to me, the angle should be a little steeper than 8 degrees, and that would account for it. It would tilt the bullet down. It would slow it down. Bring it up a little bit. So
it covers the slowing down again, like I said, and having no exit wound. You know what I mean? That's phenomenal as far as it makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean that I say 10 by 10 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then he's probably about dead center, maybe a little bit forward more. So I'd give him about 3 to 4 feet in from the back. Fuck it, not a terrible Rexy, not terrible. Even if they were off to the right and it clipped that bar.
Yeah, the upright.
And let me see, would that matter?
Yeah,
and they pulled everything down so quick. No, I would assume they're pulling the fucking thing down, right? And looking for any evidence of a.
Yeah, I would think.
I mean, what do you think from that picture?
Well, again, the shot would have to come in at a lot steeper than 8 degrees, I would say. Do
you have on this presentation thing? Can you, when you do the overlay, can you click on? Did they have anything where you could make any like marks, like if you can,
no.
draw? No, okay.
No, but it wouldn't. It's not as steep if you're aiming at his head. You know what I mean? As opposed to center mass or whatever.
Okay.
You're probably at 20 degrees generously. So again, until we actually figure out the trajectory from the top of that building to where he was sitting, you know, that'll sort of play key. I mean, you know, it's also possible that, you know, that is the angle and he shot high and it's still drop, whatever. So, yeah, I'm not sure that was even the one at Utah either, but
no, didn't matter. I was just, I mean, I'm sure it's. Well, I just wanted to have an idea.
Yeah.
Of
and my you know, original assessment of you know, could have been old ammo, subsonic, those kind of things.
half packed.
The fact that you do hear the sonic boom again dismisses that pretty exclusively, in my opinion. So that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, well then there's got to be another reason. If we're taking into account that it was a 30-06 from a building, you know, whatever. So
by the way, you kept saying high powered rifle, right? You kept saying,
yeah.
Is that rifle that he was using, that bolt action, a high powered?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you know, in the 300 series, you know, even a, you know, 223, an AR-15 round, you know, again, like the 22 longs would not be a high powered rifle.
Like what are the old like Winchesters type of deal?
Well, like just a 22
long, 22.
You know, the little tiny bullet things or whatever. There are rifles out there that wouldn't come up to a high power classification for sure. Okay. But that you wouldn't be taking a long shot, at least logically you wouldn't be taking a long shot with a 22 along. Like I had said yesterday, you know, if almost the perfect killing machine, if you're going to do that, would be a 22 Hornet, which has a ton of powder behind a very small projectile.
And we've ruled out any full metal jacket because it's not plausible for this.
Again, it's hard to say. To me, it's not a hunting round. That's an armor piercing round. You know what I mean? So it's something to get depth, not kill. You know, so it's probably a copper jacketed round or a hollow point or something like that.
But with the hollow point, wouldn't have made more internal damage?
Yeah, hollow points tend to mushroom a whole lot more than a copper jacket. Well, I mean, they're all copper jacketed, but
that's what I've heard as far as. So I was trying to rule out just like the full metal jacket. Again, we're going to rule out nothing, but I was just trying to put onto the not a full metal jacket. You know, not a what did you just say? I'm sorry, my brain's not working.
Copper jacket,
right? No, I'm sorry.
Hollow copper. I don't know.
You're right, hollow point. So it's not the hollow point. I'm trying to. Yeah,
I was trying to. People use.
What'd you say?
A soft tip, which is essentially like a hollow point, but the point is filled in with a polymer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just trying to kind of get an idea of some of the things that we can kind of rule out as far as being narrowing it down a little more. And then and again, so there's nothing unique about that gun though that can rule out a certain type of. I mean, it's pretty like the ammo is pretty interchangeable into that rifle.
Well, I mean, again, you mean loading something other than a 30-06 into it?
No, more of the type, anything that could help eliminate by looking at the characteristics of the body, the shot, the non exit wound. Like, is there anything that we can almost indefinitely say couldn't have been? Because I would think in the beginning, if people didn't have the 30-06 information from the narrative, I bet you that experts would probably rule out it being a 30-aught because of the lack of entry wound and a lack of damage.
For sure.
So that's kind of what's fucking weird, you know? I mean, we're kind of,
again, you know, we're all just going on the visuals of what we saw there. I mean, if they were to look at the, you know, the X-ray or the the surgeon, what they saw, again, like I've said before, you can introduce a bullet into this chest cavity of somebody, or something, without an exit wound, and just turn their whole body into a blender. So there can be a substantial amount of internal damage and no exit wound, depending on angle and what it hits. And
because isn't there? But let's play the percentage game. Isn't that more likely though in more of a 22 or a smaller caliber bullet?
I mean, a 22 is not going to do anything. A regular 22 long, it'll kill somebody short range, but it doesn't have enough power, especially at any range.
Well, let's say 9mm.
Same thing. There's not a lot of at short range. They do a tremendous amount of damage. But
45.
Same thing. They're going to do damage at short, but your pistol rounds don't have a lot of powder. Okay. So at distance, it has to be a rifle.
So ruling that, so the only way to rule any, or I should say, put any of them into the equation really would be to believe some sort of a closer range shot.
Yeah, I mean, even with accuracy, you at best you're going to be at 20, 25 yards for accuracy.
Right. And I'm only even bringing those things up because I'm trying to make sense of the bullet. You know what I mean? And
sure.
That's my only issue from the beginning, like I've told you, meaning that's really sticking out at me. So I'm trying to say to myself, okay, well, what if I believe that it was shorter range? You know what I mean? Then the 22 would make sense to maybe the wound and staying in, but yet it wouldn't do the amount of damage, right, on the vertebrae, unless it was really, we're talking what, like within 20 feet? I mean, 20 yards.
I'd
have to believe something wacky like a short range shot.
Yeah, the story of two shots, I have a hard time believing, because even the video that you and I watched, where where the theory is, well, there was a 30-06 that was fired for cover noise, and then somebody else actually shot him with it. I mean, the chances of two people being 100 yards apart shooting at the exact, and I mean exact same time, because the sound and the mark on his neck happened within nanoseconds of each other.
And they would have to find another bullet somewhere, meaning wound. I mean, another bullet somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, unless you just shot it in the air, the 30-06 or whatever.
Well, I was going to ask you this though, right? Is it possible that because of that 30-06 sonic boom and all, would that be able to cover a shorter ranged, smaller caliber?
You mean sound wise?
Correct.
Absolutely, especially if you're using a suppressor or something like that. It certainly could, but you would have to account for that sound and that mark happening at the exact same time.
Understandable. No, I get it. But that's coordinatable. I think it's doable.
I would have to see some evidence for that, because you're not talking within. It's within a millisecond of those things happening at the same time.
But the
people who are really worried about their cleanliness.
that was me conniving. That's my conniving. That's my conniving mime. But look,
what germaphobe fast enough.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Didn't hit that hard. But what about, like, listen, what if it was an advanced technical foreign agency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what if there was, like, on their ankle, right, they had this little thing, and it buzzed, and they both buzzed, like, bzz, make it vibrating, and it just, as soon as they felt the buzz, you line up, you feel the buzz, you pull the trigger. So doable.
Yeah, except that you'd have to take in reaction time of both parties, and they wouldn't come as close.
I don't know.
And again, I wouldn't understand the reasoning behind it, and that's a lot of the problems that I have. A lot of the conspiracy theories is that they're overly complicated. you know, if it was going to be Israel, like I
Drone.
use a fucking drone and
Yeah.
fucking paint fucking made in Iran on the side. You know, and then you're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Well,
So,
yeah.
that being said, would you like to have some fun for the rest of the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we can do that.
All right. We'll see what we got. Go. We'll see what we got.
All right. So what we'd like to do is one of our favorite things ever.
Yep. You pull it up. I'm gonna go grab my water bottle.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Something that we like to do here on the show is we go through YouTube Live or YouTube Shorts Live.
Sweet taste.
And we just riff on them a little bit. It's early on, it was a little bit hard to actually coordinate it because YouTube Shorts Live is very hard to do through a computer because it's sort of a mobile based app. But we've done it a couple times. We love doing it. We love listening to other people's little rants and things. We've come across some gems. There was a Fat Elvis that we had pulled up the last time we did it. Had a lot of fun with. There was a guy who constantly eats hot sauce and throws up, calls 911 or whatever. So let's see what we've got on YouTube Live.
So your mother's correction, that's that tree of life, this knowledge that I constantly talk about in here. And that's what the scripture. So we correct people with the scripture, right?
And some of them suck.
Food.
Whoa! What do you say? Oh, why did you?
Why did we skip that one?
I don't know.
I think you said Republican Rick Perry.
Yeah.
I'm eating bogre.
New York Mets 2025 World Series win. Wow, that's a weird.
These people are.
Thank you, everyone. Please, you guys should like the video. Like and subscribe to my channel.
I will, but give me a minute. I want to watch what you're doing here.
Guys.
I feel she's very casual with that kid, no?
Yeah, like she's feeding a Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, but how could you guys both be eating the same thing? The baby's like not even 2 months old.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
They're drinking out of a green Tupperware bowl, so things are probably not looking up for Anton and his mom or dad.
Oh my god!
You like the video, guys?
But hold on.
This one now, look at
it. Oh, they're eating avocado, as I like to say.
This particular one.
Well,
that
ma'am, you have a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please subscribe to my channel. Like the video, subscribe to my channel.
And I'm not even.
I'll give you.
God, I have like a lot of things that I want to say, but you can't because they're going to come out insensitive and mean. So I'm not going to. But and it's not even like there's no meanness about it. But
like, does she go for every Halloween as Hakeem Olajuwon, or is it just this year?
Want to drink water?
Again, I guess it's gonna be a tough kid when they grow. Oh boy, she's gonna hit. Okay. Whoa, but watch the neck. Aren't you supposed to be watching the neck?
Yeah. Well, they got that extra muscle.
That's in their thigh. God, Rex.
So yummy. I'm coming. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Here, have some avocado.
You don't take your bed.
Everybody hates Jabuga.
Food. You like
All right, we can go to the next one.
God, the shame is I could have stayed. And I don't want us to, but I could have stayed there for 20 minutes.
It doesn't hurt the things, you know.
Wow, Will Sasso.
It's just, you know, revenue loss and all the other scams.
That guy's got the fucking the most jacked neck I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They should really send him to do like special missions in fucking Afghanistan. There's no way a terrorist is getting through that neck.
There's no way a 30-06 is getting through that.
No. If Charlie Kirk had his neck.
No commission. And like 2 months later, comes back as, you know.
He's all muscle.
He just do it alone.
Yeah, he's the only guy that has center mass in his head.
Yeah, bro.
It's not criminal, dude. You're just getting
Can you
money.
imagine he stands up and he's got like the body's like a pencil.
75% annual interest rate. That's illegal.
Wait, he has a cameo? Rex, if you love me for my birthday, I want this guy.
Indians.
Frankie!
I own them motherfuckers.
I want him to write my name on his neck.
I got 15 different ones.
Yeah,
typing?
He could write your full name in 20-point font all the way around
You
your
got a
neck.
bank account. You don't
And
even
still have
to
enough
a
room for
job.
your
Make shit
address.
up.
And was that him typing? We just do like fucking
100,000.
167,000 words a minute?
Yeah.
He's like,
I don't want to own anyone or anything, you little pussy ass bitch.
whoa!
You got noticed in front of all of this spam?
Enough of your wedding vow. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
Like,
May I suggest some facial hair? I'm just saying.
Noticed by the legend,
Anything.
the Republican shoe nice. No, I don't put shoe on head anymore. I put dick in mom's pussy.
Jesus.
Whoa.
All right, let's move to the next one.
Shoe not so nice.
Jesus.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's like you ate John McPhee.
Hey, there he is. Tits McGee.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that username, bro?
He was like Pete Diddy had sex with a horse.
I was just trying to. And then ate the horse.
I don't think you're gonna beat that one. Don't try, please. Oh my god!
Built like a Jamaican mother of 8.
He's got a good sense of humor. All right, you know what? Why don't we try reaching out and giving him the? You look like P Diddy.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me feed that to you out of my palm.
You're gonna love this part.
Oh my god, he's eating watermelon. That's why you said you guys are gonna love this part. God, I love the truth. I love this guy. He's got a great sense of humor. He's poking fun at fucking a black guy eating watermelon. He's like a poor man's Patrice O'Neal.
Look at that nigga. Why this shit so hard to open?
He definitely looks like he would be he's a trucker because you can see his back, right? His background looks like a rig.
Yeah.
Face wash. I don't use face wash, bro. I just wash my face. So where's the Glock with a switch?
Where's the what?
Yo, chill out, bro. Where the grape juice? Where the chicken?
Oh boy.
What's that?
People all going for the low hanging fruit.
What's the comment there? Oh, in StreamYard.
Oh, grape drink. Grape drink. I can't tell them necessarily.
Oh, Mike wants to know why he has a whale next to his name because you donated money to us, so you're a whale of Rumble. If you're curious.
What's your name? Shane. Why are you not showing the Gogurt, bro? Do they even sell Gogurt anymore?
For real, bro.
Thinking about this, they don't sell anything good anymore, do they?
Oh, Shoe Nice's cameo is $5 footer. So guess what you get for your birthday?
Oh my god. I just want to be mean to me. Call me names.
You don't get that enough in your regular life?
That's true. Like if I can make one call and get that done.
You could make 5 calls and get that done.
Yeah. Who am I kidding? 3 out of 5 wouldn't pick up.
Them big ass. I know you remember. No, actually, y'all. I might be a little too young. Them big ass icy that. You know what I'm talking about? Them big shits. Long one, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? 28 ounce.
Revenue stream here is a
Whoa.
little bit better.
Rex, get the camera off you.
If you can get on
And
X,
it's fucking.
if you can get on X and get
Oh my God, did he kill that dog?
and everything going, you can do pretty well on X.
Oh yeah, wow.
Once you get,
Oh my God, the dog's not breathing.
I think it just keeps going.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas here,
Where's the? I've seen no movement.
and then they shut me down. And they do it to the big channels too. It's not just little channels. I think they do it to the bigger channels less because they bring in a lot more revenue, but it definitely happens to us smaller guys.
It's a bit of a hack collection, if you ask me.
D thing, motherfucking goddamn it, baby mama. It's probably why you start fucking your brother wife.
Jesus.
So you got to make this
First
shit.
of all,
Make
that is the biggest upper lip I've ever seen in my fucking life.
You got to read between the motherfuckers.
And I'm not being racist.
Bullshit,
I don't.
man.
This is across all fucking boards. Look at the size.
Said this shit before.
If you turn that to the side
stand on that
and
shit.
turned it like that, would be a you know what, a woman's you know what.
Research.
Spin that around.
Investigation
I can't believe it.
on everything. You will see, and you will know that at the end of the day, Lil Tim is not the motherfucking reason.
Why is his beard stuck low?
Lil Tim
His body's moving
No,
around.
no.
Am I tripping out?
Get that goofy ass nigga that body.
Does he have a fake body right now?
Get that nigga that motherfucking body. No. And then you mean to tell me all the resources that Dirk got, all the money that he got.
Oh, there's some inside
Y'all
shit.
got
I don't know who
really
the fuck
killed.
Dirt be.
Who? Y'all ain't do y'all job right. Y'all wouldn't try to kill who? Quando?
Yo, ain't gonna be fucking with Quando. The
Wouldn't
fuck's
think
wrong
of
with
it,
these
though.
motherfuckers?
Quando ain't the one. That
All right, roll it. One more time.
Quando ain't the one.
Nah.
If you ever do, brother, I appreciate it, man.
Everybody got everything?
What's up?
Everybody got everything?
What are you riding 5 deep here? Jesus.
Gage, got something to say?
Got 3
Maybe
people in the front
Hey,
seat.
Gage, let
Maybe
them know.
they're what is it, like a redneck fucking African safari thing going on?
You wouldn't be African.
Oh no, it would be, but they'd have their guns out.
What happened? It just freeze? Oh, damn. That would have been a good one.
Fucking starving.
I thought you had a PB&J.
No, but I did have something anyway.
Oh.
I had something different. I had a couple. I had 2 garlic knots and a pepperoni panini. I mean, pepperoni pinwheel. This guy got hot dogs going.
So you wanted to order a taters?
He said, "You want to order some taters?"
You want to do them loaded?
All right, roll it one more time.
Yeah, I'm saying I ain't gonna lie, but he's a little light on lunchtime. There's only about 4 guys there. Meanwhile, it's fucking in the middle of a main lunchtime.
We're gonna be in Ohio. We're gonna be in Ohio.
How great is it that these 2 guys know how to use YouTube live shorts?
And 22nd.
I love it.
We don't know our schedule yet.
Wait, he's plugging a gig.
Monday we're gonna be in. Monday we're gonna be in. Monday we're gonna be doing a photo shoot.
Photo shoot?
I can't remember the name of the town.
Please plug your OnlyFans right now, and I'll fucking die.
Y'all, I'm my biggest fan. Y'all my big fan. There it is. I got 2 fans. Hey, Mary Fraser. What's up? Elvis Henry. Good afternoon.
Whoa, did you just go?
You look like you're
Yeah.
looking good. Hey, Richard. Richard's a twin also. Cool. Comes over here giving flowers away. Thanks for the roses, bud. Butterfly.
Aloha
from the
No
Netherlands.
wonder why we fucking make money doing this shitty podcast. Anybody can do it. You're right, Gregory.
Yes.
I remember them.
Are they twins?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing creepier than older twin men. Nothing.
Yeah, the only thing worse than this is if they were eating fucking deviled eggs. I would pass out.
Yeah. Or eating cheese goldfish and then cleaning out their teeth with their finger afterwards.
Come on.
That shit, I'm telling you, that shit that will make me throw up.
I love you both so much. Thank you, Corey. God bless you. Corey. Good to see you.
All right,
man.
spin it.
Spin the wheel of fucking disgust.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Production put something in their chat, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Lucky.
Probably something sweet, General. Like, we think you're adorable.
Epic deal. Cool. Hi, sir. Good job, hello from
He just went, river, and then the brother knew and saluted.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bring me up on that. Hey, Lisa.
It's like we gave fucking peanut butter to a bulldog.
Oh my goodness. Lisa's from Farmington, Iowa. Pardon, that's why we have to eat and run.
Yeah, I know. You got a photo shoot.
I'm eating diesel fuel. That's good for you. Hey, Doug, there he is. Hey, my wonderful brothers in Christ, I miss you.
Oh, I'm eating diesel fuel. That's good for you.
Hey, Doug, what's up, buddy? How you doing today, man? Thank you, Robin, in person for a wonderful wake up this morning. Yeah. A wake up call. A wake up song. A wake up hymn. No, our messages. Our messages.
Okay, they're at Subway, I think, right? Yeah.
Well, hey, Zoe, how's your day going today?
How many people these guys got watching live?
Yeah, how many? 13.
I like their attitude, making their show seem a little bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Where they got that from?
No.
We don't have to do that because our numbers don't lie, bitches.
Yeah, we downplay a motherfucker.
For a friend of mine, but this was way before.
Yeah, you can go, Nick. Yeah.
Stories on Ori?
Yeah.
Catchy name.
Deal with you, it's game the fuck over.
Better than it was lunch on. Never mind.
There has been no birds hurt during this video. Only my feelings. Fucking Amber. I can't even believe she's
pulling triggers with. Never mind.
Motherfucking mud.
How can this guy be this aggressive when he's looking at a freaking parrot? Maybe settle the fuck down. You got a bird.
Yeah, and how about and the truth is, no, get rid of it. We'll keep it outside. Your fucking house is a mess. I don't want to hear what anybody says. I don't care. Like, you can tell me, no, I have a bird, but my house doesn't smell. It does. When we come in, we smell that big ass cage. I don't look at the bird and feel like the bird is clean in any way.
Well, I mean, the fact that you have to put newspapers down on your floor.
Again, it's gross. And don't let it out. I don't want it. Well, we leave the cage open. If he wants to fly around, yeah, I hope he fucking goes for it and hits that fucking clean window. That's what I would do. I'd come to your house with Windex. I'd clean all your windows all the time. Just to hope that he makes a run for it. And you come home and go, who threw ketchup on the window?
And glue fucking kernels of corn to your fan.
For at least 5 minutes. Okay, and so hopefully
What's that?
that will help.
Yeah, this will be the last one, folks.
Okay, just so you know. Yeah, I don't even know what she's talking about, but I can tell you right now, she's a swinger. I can tell by her home.
Back to what I was talking.
She's coming off too innocent. Her and her husband have a hot tub guaranteed every other Friday night. It's go time. They're empty nesters. She brought it up, actually, just so you know. She's the one that introduced it. He was very apprehensive at first.
I collect all these ideas.
And she found something in the Old Testament that's somewhat, like she can spin into it being okay. And
I really need
he was
to
like, all right.
today. But I want to do
Next thing you know, yeah, the local college basketball team comes to visit.
do that, or maybe I can work.
I mean, nobody needs that many albums of Herb
I don't know.
Alpert. You don't reason to carry that kind of shit.
You'll have to tell me. I'd like to know what you think about that. How can I decide what to do? And is it like boring for you when I do the cleaning houses? Oh, Laura says put this stuff in a
Ready
jar.
enough.
That might be a good idea.
Is that what the
maybe I
shirt
could
says?
do, things that are easier and things that are harder, things that require I go somewhere. Because if I go somewhere,
I don't know what it means, but I'm gonna find out.
a bunch of time. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. It's a little trickier now.
I can see her as a swinger and also somebody who kills babies in nurseries.
And Sally, you enjoy any of my videos?
Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, no, she does look like she's retired hospice, but they kind of there's too many questionable.
Yeah, she had an early retirement, not by her decision.
I'm going to show you some of these quotes I've been finding on Pinterest because they're really, really cool and they remind me of you guys. Now it's going to be backwards, but you can get the idea of how it looks. See how cute that is?
I have no idea what that is. I looked up. There's no sweatshirts that say "ready enough."
Nothing wrong with you. And so that's what you guys do for me when you comment on my video.
It's like that bumper sticker that says "World's most okayest mom."
I recognize that, or oh, I understand that. Makes me feel like I am not alone. Oh, look at this one. It says, "Stop creating competitions that don't exist."
How about stop putting it up there for half a second so we can't fucking read it?
Oh,
yeah.
I heard something last couple of weeks. It was really good.
Was it
So-
Live, Laugh, Love? Fuck off.
Sometimes
Did you watch Traveling Pants this morning?
validation for other people.
Dance
but
like
then
no
it
one's
can be really
watching.
disappointing because
If you love it, let it free.
people,
Hang in there, babe.
everybody has a different idea, and then other people are not.
I also have a problem with the collar being underneath the sweatshirt and the collar's not out.
Well, the truth is, like, I feel like I'm in 1984. Yet for some reason, I want to come over there for Thanksgiving. I don't know why.
If I didn't think the turkey was going to kill me, then yeah, probably.
Validation vertically instead of horizontally. I just love that. I wrote it on a card and put it on my bathroom.
Oh, you're taking your shoes off to go into her house. Number one. Number
said-
two, there's definitely a part of
Truly
the house where
motivated
you're not allowed to go in.
for that and
Yep.
relax.
Plastic
and her-
runners in front of the door.
Yeah, and definitely there's some sort of baby from 1979 that she keeps in formaldehyde that she just never got over. That she had a whoopsie. You know what I'm saying? We're giving a bath or something, and she just because that's where that look comes from. It's like it's she has the look of like a
right. That's where you can get
of a fuck. I couldn't think of the woman's name that drove the fucking van kids in the water. Susan Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrea Yates.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She has a John Benet Ramsey mom look.
Really
Yeah.
good. Anyway,
Yeah, she's definitely from Denver or something.
here's a good one.
or Ohio.
This little yellow one. I wish you could read it. It says sometimes you
Well,
just
we
have
could
to
if you leave it up there for a fucking
what
second.
should happen.
Yeah.
And just live in
We
what
can
is
figure out backwards, but you got to hold it up for more than a couple
Right.
seconds.
Yeah. Or how do you put it in a mirror and then shut it on the mirror?
And then blow your fucking head off. I don't know why.
Why'd you do that to her?
I just wish she was dead.
about
And you know what? I'm not going to lie to her. Her ceiling fan's very outdated with the 3 tulip lamp. Come on. You know what? It fits with her apparel. So what am I going to say?
By and large, I have a problem with ceiling fans anyway. It means you're a freaking air conditioning poor, usually.
Fishing poor in Florida.
Do you have popcorn ceilings?
No.
You lying?
Yeah. It's too much of a mess to remove them.
Yeah, it is.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I've seen the process done down here, and it is awful.
Bro, when I was in the industry, they would ask me to put that into the demos, and I'm like, nope. But I handed them a card to a company that would, but I don't want no fucking part of it. Especially if it's a residence that has, you know, that's furnished and stuff. It's like not like a total gut job. Fuck that. The way the guys do it that are professional are pretty good though. It's like they use the wet and they have the vacuum bag right connected to the scraper.
Yeah.
So that's not terrible.
Yeah. Those the guys that spray foam insulation that's an incredible thing to watch.
But I don't want anything
to
do with that shit.
Or even the people blowing insulation into an attic. Fuck you.
Yeah. We got to remember to talk about at some point. So, you know, because we could talk about how I fell off the roof that not too long ago, like meaning within the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think back on now some of the shit that I did before I fell off the roof, and thank God it was just a 16-foot roof, because there's one in particular that I got to get into that I think back on it now and I absolutely I shiver. I can't believe some of this dumb shit that I did.
Oh yeah.
You know,
especially with a horse.
It scares the shit out of me thinking about it now.
Imagine if you were the horse. Just saying. Traumatic for everybody. Good afternoon, good night, good evening, everybody. Listening on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, TikTok, maybe. Twitch. Come follow us over on Rumble. Also check out our YouTube for our little shorts. Twitter in shorts. Shorts.
Take off your shorts and jacket.
Yeah. Follow us everywhere. We'd like to get enough followers on YouTube so we can go YouTube Live too. So do that. Follow us over here, follow us over there. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, Rexy.